Buckle up, this is going to be a long video, but Apple just presented the Worldwide Developers Conference a few hours ago, and there was announcement after announcement after announcement. Not that we didn't know the products were coming, I mean, the rumors basically gave us everything, but for the most part, they were all spot on. I'll get to the exciting stuff later, but for now, we'll start off with talking about the 15-inch MacBook Air. I'll talk about the VR headset, spoiler, in a different video. I think it's just too big of a project to talk about in just this one video. Let me backtrack about the MacBook though. It's not brand new, it's just a bigger size. It's basically just the 13-inch MacBook Air, the M2 one, but in a 15-inch size. It's never been like that before, but it is today. Nice and simple, it starts at $1,199 US, and the 13-inch model gets a price drop by $100 to $1,099. Next up, we had the updated Mac Studio. It's exactly the same as the last generation, common theme, but this time with the new M2 Ultra chip, as well as the M2 Max. They've basically just done this brand new chip, which is built exactly the same like the M1 Ultra, with these two chips stuck together, but with the new M2 technology. And this allows up to a 24-core CPU, 76-core GPU, 32-core neural engine, and a max amount of 192 gigabytes of unified memory. And this can apparently achieve 22 streams of 8K ProRes video without any slowdown apparently, and it supports 6 Pro Display XDRs, $1,999 US. It's the same price as before for a better processor. Not bad. And then we got a latecomer. Yes, finally, the Apple Silicon Mac Pro. They said the transition would take 2 years. It's now been well over 2.5, but we finally got it. That's all that counts. And we don't even get a redesign with it. It's exactly the same as the old design, with an Apple Silicon processor in it. But what's cool is you can finally get cards for the Mac Pro for the first time, like the old Afterburner cards. But it is hella fast, this new one, so whether you would even need cards is a different question. It starts off at $6,999 US. Hella expensive as well, but it's also hella fast. Okay, let's now jump through the software changes. So we've got iOS and iPadOS 17, WatchOS 10, and macOS Sonoma. Yes, the crack marketing team makes a return. Also, a bit of a plug, if you want to access my notes, which are quite comprehensive, I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning, took notes and stuff. It's currently 4:28, so like 12 hours awake at this stage. You can access my keynote notes at www.kingethan.com/WWDC 2023 for absolutely free. Go find them. There's no cost. So firstly, with iOS 17, there's updates to the phone app with a customizable call screen and live voicemail. There's a FaceTime update that if someone's unavailable, you can reach them via video message and share your thoughts. The Messages app has also got an update where you've now got search filters and a catch-up button, and that finally makes an appearance, as does audio message transcribing and inline reply improvements. AirDrop is way easier. You now just bring your phone close to somebody else's phone and voila. And AirDrop works from a further array distance as well over Wi-Fi. The keyboard got smarter, especially with autocorrect and with dictation. They all just got a massive boost with this new engine. A journal app got introduced, and it gives you some pretty cool writing prompts with stuff like your photos library, what music you listen to, and places you visited. There's a standby mode for charging, which looks like the Apple Watch charge screen, but it's just also got widgets as well, so you can make your iPhone like a bedside clock. Siri can now be triggered by just saying Siri instead of Hey Siri. Shut up. And offline maps makes an appearance. That's iOS 17, folks. If you have an iPhone XS or XR or later, you should be sweet, and you can install it in September. Now, moving on to iPadOS 17, the iPad finally has lock screen widgets and a more personalized lock and home screen. The Health app is finally on iPad and it takes advantage of the bigger screen, and there's a whole new suite of PDF management features such as autofill and OCR and PDFs and notes. Stage Manager got a few improvements, as did Freeform, and this is also in addition to all of the iOS 17 features. If you have a 6th generation iPad or later, like me, you're in luck, although I don't use the iPad that much anymore. That iPad runs super slow. I don't even know why it's being updated still. WatchOS got an update for the milestone 9th year, well, WatchOS 10 at this stage, and here's the highlights. We've got a few new watch faces, including its limited edition Snoopy watch face to celebrate 10 years of the WatchOS operating system. There's redesigned apps, including weather, stocks, home, maps, messages, and world clock, and they're now all full screen. Takes advantage of the big display on the new Apple Watches. There's full screen views on almost every app now. There's new cycling and hiking features, and there's 2 new health features, mental health tracking and vision health for myopia, something that I'm passionate about because I am a sufferer of myopia myself. There's a new screen distance UI that helps you keep your eyes the right distance from the screen, something that I would definitely need to install right from day one. And now we've got macOS Sonoma.
Instructions are simple and explicit. It's largely to reconstruct and search consistent with the microbus.
There are new screensavers, which is good, and you can now put widgets on the desktop so you can see your stuff at ease. When you're using a window, they fade into the background. That's pretty cool, although I don't think I would use them. There's a new game mode, which now prioritizes games with the CPU and the GPU over other tasks in the background. And there's new video conferencing features that work app-wide, a new reactions mode, and a presenter overlay where you can be seen along the content you are presenting. This is not just on FaceTime. And there's a few new Safari features, including web apps. And there's also a few other OS features. With AirPods, there's a new adaptive audio features that blends in or active noise cancellation and transparency mode. There's now AirPlay in hotels, so you can just rock up at a hotel, scan your QR code, and project to the screen. With CarPlay, other passengers can finally get a say in the music choice with SharePlay in the car. And tvOS gets a control center redesign, plus you can finally take FaceTime calls on the TV with your iPhone as the camera, just like on your Mac. So there are some pretty cool features. The VR headset video will come shortly, but I want to properly analyze what's happened and how it's going to affect us with this new VR headset. So you should stay tuned for that coming up in the next few days. But in the meantime, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.